So, Pop, we just finished with that the first two episodes of that Last Dance. The last thing that you said, what you said, brother? Last point you made about Jerry Cross. What you said
I
about
tell
him?
you, I bet he's a Jew.
And then when I looked it up, come to find out, he a Jew.
Jews is good businessmen.
Great businessman.
They're out to make money,
Mm-hmm.
and they got great minds.
So I've always felt as though the Jews were blessed.
They got some black Jews in Ethiopia.
No, I said blessed. Oh no, I
Yeah.
believe they got black Jews too.
Oh, they're blessed. Yeah, that's why Christian, we become a Jew by the blood of Jesus. And that's why we ought to be blessed too. And be blessed.
Okay. So what you saw from that Jordan documentary though, like that you didn't know before, like?
Well, I always thought he was great,
Mhm.
but I didn't know he came from a large family. I didn't know his family members and his daddy condition. I didn't know.
Well, that was Scottie. No, that was Scottie Pippen. Remember?
Yeah, but
That was Scottie Pippen. Jordan, that was Pippen came from the family with his daddy.
oh yeah, right.
Yeah, remember with the stroke and then the dad with that there.
Yeah.
But it's a different. It's a whole different game though now, huh?
Oh yeah, especially in dedication. I never seen such a dedicated person for the game. I've seen, James and them, but I've seen Jordan so dedicated, and he needed some of the other good players to play with him too.
So what you think about the difference between him wanting to play, knowing his foot was broke, and that heart and ambition, but at the same time, that Jewish man being the businessman that he is? Like who you side with on that side? Because Jordan wanted to play, he wanted to take the chance.
I had to side with the businessman.
You got to, huh?
Because the businessman worked out. Even though Jordan got healed, but the businessman knew what he was doing. So sometimes our desire gets us in trouble.
What you saying is my money isn't worth you taking a chance on you.
That's right. And he came out right.
Okay.
Yep.
So we got some more episodes to talk about. Like I said, one thing I will say, I thought LeBron was the greatest, but the more and more I'm watching this documentary, the heart, the determination, the tenacity, the aggressiveness, just the spirit of Jordan, I relate to a little more than what I knew. LeBron is a little passive with some things that he does and how he moves, whereas Jordan is just like, I know the rules of engagement. This is how it's supposed to be. Let's go. No excuses. Let's go. And you gotta respect that. It's kind of an old school approach to things.
But I think a little different. I think LeBron is great. And I'm a little different with you and some of the things with him.
No, I think he's great as well. But what you about to say about him?
I just think he's great, and I think I liked his record of his family life and things over many other these professional players in basketball.
You respect the fact of how clean he's kept his name in this day and age with the camera being on everyone so closely.
Yeah.
I got you.
He did it.
You got it. Yeah, I understand.
And he's a great player.
He is.
He's a great player in every aspect I've seen. I don't know as much about LeBron
as you do Jordan.
as I do Jordan,
Okay.
So I'm still put LeBron up there.
We'll talk some more. Like I said, that was just on the episode 1 and 2. We still got 8 more to watch.
Okay.
We do talk about Dennis Rodman still,
Dennis Rodman. I still, he's a man with a mind of his own.
But listen how his teammates described him exactly as that though. Just what you said. That's how they describe him. A man like he marched to his own drum.
Yep. And it's real.
It is
He's
though.
real, and a lot of people don't understand him, but he's in a different world.
You know what category I put him in? Mike Tyson.
Yeah, well.
And you know what category I put both of those in? Just two individuals who just needed love.
But they know what they want.
But sometimes they don't know what they want.
And he's courageous because he went to over there
North Korea.
North Korea.
I saw that.
He did that twice.
I saw that.
And he had reason to go over there, and he was successful in what he wanted to do. And so we don't understand, many people could complain about him, but
he did some things.
but he had his own desire.
Mm-hmm.
He had his own mind, and he accomplished some things. And many of us would not do what he did, but he's got good reputation in some things, and we kind of a little confused about his mind.
But listen, that's the point I want to bring you back to. People I look at like him and Tyson, I just look at them and say they expressed themselves how they felt.
That's the way
they could be heard, but they just needed to be loved. Like at an earlier age, if they were loved, they wouldn't have had to act out. Not saying that I have any problem with how they act out, because Tyson showed us one of the greatest fighters, I believe, ever to the sport. And Rodman, you can say what you want, but no one else could rebound like Dennis Rodman could rebound. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, those are individuals who acted out in certain ways, because I think that we as a community, not to say that we knew them.
He had his own mind.
But listen, why were they left to their own mind?
Because
These people were fatherless. You don't have a choice but to have your own mind when you're not given a direction.
But it's a different spirit.
Uh-huh.
You see, sometimes you allow your mind to think on different things. Like a lot of people got a different spirit. Some people like certain vegetables, and the other one like others.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have a debate about how it tastes.
Mm-hmm.
They just like it like that, whether it's bitter or whether it's sweet. So you can't tell somebody they're not as good as you because you like something different.
Mm-hmm.
So different. It's a hard thing for me to analyze a man's mind or who he is. Sometimes their mind, like I'm trying to say, is a little different than yours, but it's real to them. So sometimes as long as they don't do some cruel and vital thing, I just expect a man
Of course.
to be what he are.
Of course. So all I'm saying is, without a set pattern of directions to build from, what I'm saying is individuals are left with their own kind of, say, paper to paint on or to draw on. With the father, at least you have a trace or an outline of what you want to fill in, what you're supposed to
needs
cover.
that. All of us need a dad.
But
Like I was telling you about, my dad was one of the finest carpenters in the world,
mm-hmm.
but he drank. But my whole ambition was to be a carpenter like him. And I used to see him doing something with my brother. And I told my brother, I said, man, we'll never be like him. Man, he was an artist. But thank God, before he died, he came to me one day and told me, he said, son, you have exceeded me. But my attitude was different. He said, but unless you change your attitude, because I was a little smart at it,
Mm-hmm.
he said, you will not be successful. So today as a minister, I've worked on that for the last 65 years to change my attitude, and I've accomplished that. That's why I love everybody. Everywhere I go, people know I just try to do the best thing I can do to anybody. Love will hide a multitude of faults. So that's what I got to say. You got to change your attitude.
All right, well, we out, Pop. I just wanted to, I really appreciate spending some time with you. It's been on me, not taking some time to just sit down and chill with you and watch some movies or whatever, but we're going to finish up this whole thing. But after that, I just know, I was hoping to hit you like it hit me, because it wasn't just about basketball watching that documentary. I got a lot of other good stuff from the documentary, like you said, about a man's lifestyle, how he chooses to move forward and do things.
It was a Jordan movie, but I look at Scottie Pippen and his intention.
Go ahead.
And his great love for his family,
Mm-hmm.
that he was willing to sacrifice millions of dollars to make it a longer time to support his family.
Mm-hmm.
I love Jordan. I love him, but
that touched you.
But that Pippen, it touched me. I didn't know that until today, which gave me more respect for him. I already respected him, but I got a greater respect for him today.
On a personal level.
Than I did before.
Gotcha. So we're going to sign on out with this. How old you are again, Pops? Let them know how old are you, Pops?
95 years old.
And you'll be in December 2nd, 96, correct?
December 2nd, I'll be 96.
All right, man. Well, we're going to go ahead on and kill this, but I appreciate
Okay.
your time, man.
All right, son.